All right. Collective. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hope all is well with you guys. I guess Spirit said, come on, let's get the show on the road. Okay, because I hadn't touched the button or nothing. It just automatic. Okay. It just started rolling. All right. So welcome in, guys. It is what it is. Welcome in, okay? Welcome back to the channel. All right. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And I hope that something will be said that will help you or bring clarity to your situation some kind of way, okay? To my subscribers, shout out to you guys for your likes, your shares, your comments. All right. I appreciate your support, but overall, I appreciate your patience, okay? New subscribers, again, welcome back to the channel. To everyone, welcome back with new subscribers, okay? Welcome in. This is my declare and decree deck, okay? Because this is how we're going to start. And if you're new here, this is just the energy of releasing and burning, okay? Or burning and releasing, okay? This is my declare and decree deck. Each card has a positive ritual on it. You would write it down, set your intentions to clear any negative energies, because the card is going to say whatever that negative energy could possibly be. You write it down, set your intentions, and you set fire to it. Why? Fire destroys. That's why. You want to destroy any negative energies that has the potential to cause any blockages in your life, right? But this is spiritual. Everybody's not spiritual, just like everybody's not religious, right? So whatever you prefer, you go with that. Whatever resonates with you. Okay? So we're going to start with the declare and decree deck. See what possible blockages need to be released. We're going to go from there, collectives. Okay? Again, I hope everybody's doing well. And I hope overall the messages are helpful. Okay? You don't have to force anything, because this is the thing about messaging. If it doesn't make sense to you, that's because it's not for you. If you can't relate to it in any kind of way, it's not for you at all, and that's just fine. There will be other messages to come. Okay? So here we go. Okay. And we have all fear of living and dying is destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All fear of living and dying is destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You would write that down, set your intentions to release that fear, and you would burn it. Of course, in a safe place. But yes, burning and releasing, this is spiritual. You would burn it. Fears of living and dying. It doesn't have to be physical dying. Some people get that twisted and be like, living and dying, yeah, I'm scared to die. Okay, look, it doesn't mean a physical death. It could be a dying out of bad habits. Okay, a dying out of a cycle in your life of repetitive patterns that are low vibrational repetitive patterns, low vibrational behavioral patterns. Okay, low vibrational addictions can be continuous patterns, 333 on the timer. Okay, it could even be low vibrational connections, period. Okay, that can cause that energy. So it's an energy of dying out, things falling away from your life, energies falling away from you, dying out of your energy, so that new energy can be developed, can present itself, can, be born, or new energies can be developed. Okay? So it's a dying out of negative energies, negative patterns, negative addictions. Okay? That's the type of dying out. All right? Even negative relationships, dying out of your life, leaving your life. Okay? The next card is all fear of the unknown, fear of new, and the blank canvas are now destroyed from my energy and spirit and in flesh. So you write that down, set your intentions, right? And burn it. To release fears of the unknown, fear of the new. Because some of you could have new things that's trying to come into your life. So how can some new energy take part when you got all this old energy that's laying there that need to be released? So that means you need to wipe the slate clean. So something new can be formed. Something new can be built. Right? Spiritually now. We're talking spiritually. Okay, so only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Past, present, future energies, right? Things that could be happening currently now that have already taken place, or things that could be happening in time to come. Alright? Let's see what we have for you, collective. We have the world. Death card. Ending. Something definitely being transformed. You have the Ten of Cups and the Page of Wands. Judgment. Hangman. Four of Cups. And the King of Cups. So you are definitely in resistance. And you're not surrendering to some Ten of Cups energy. Because there's an energy of rejuvenation here. There's an energy of you being in rejection mode. And there's an energy of you seeing things for what they really are. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So there's a potential separation between two people here in the family setting. There's a separation here. And someone is glad to be separated from another person. And this person that you could be separated from, it could either be you, collective, or the person you're coming away from. Somebody's a water sign here, okay? Or you could be coming from a water sign. Take it how it resonates. But this is the thing. Awakening has happened. Somebody wants a second chance. Okay? And what you're seeing is it's not for you to give this person a second chance, because there's been some type of energy of detachment created here between you and another person. This person can be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but there's been an energy of separation here. And you paying more attention to what's going on within yourself. Being enlightened, being transformed, allowing endings, okay? Some of you would be traveling, all right? Some of you could have been waiting for an answer from someone as far as where y'all possibly stand in the relationship, or vice versa. You could have someone waiting because you are the one that's making choices, you're the one who's seeing things differently, and you're the one who's making the decision to do something totally different from this Ten of Cups. Because you are definitely in rejection when it comes to this Ten of Cups. It's not something you want anymore. But that's because there's something you've seen differently. You've changed your mindset. There's a perspective that has changed. And it could very well have everything to do with a truth or something being made clear to you about this connection. That it was time for change. There's no future in front. It was time for change. It was time for something to be over, because you either wanted change or needed change in your life. And this person, even though they may have had the potential to change with you, that is not something that's taking place here. It's as if you're the one who has had the awakening. You're the one who is surrendering to a higher vibration, a higher knowledge, a higher power. Okay? You've also surrendered to healing. And you've been reflecting on this for a while. Somebody's been reflecting on this for a while. In Hangman, yeah. Four of Swords, yeah. This is something you've decided to lay to rest and to be done with. It could be something about behavioral patterns here. Whatever is going on with you in this connection with this Ten of Cups, with this King of Cups energy, you are in rejection to it. You're in resistance to it. Okay, that's because you don't want to work with this person. That's why. Maybe you wanted to at one point. You saw the potential. But there's someone here who's set in their ways. And it could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Preferably a Scorpio who's set in their ways. Okay? Who don't want to change. They don't do good with change. They don't do good with adapting. And let's just say a low vibrational Scorpio wouldn't do good with change. Because someone in high vibration has the willpower and understanding that change could possibly need to happen. But somebody in the lower vibration, they are in resistance, they're very stubborn, and they refuse to change. But you already know this, High Priestess. Some of you, this could be somebody at work that you're rejecting because they may have had a choice between you and someone else and they're refusing to choose. Take that how it resonate. That's a side note for someone. You have the Three of Pentacles coming out, the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. You also have the Five of Pentacles along with the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups along with the Knight of Swords. So you either have an air sign that has a lot of water in this chart, or you have a water sign that has air in that chart. Somebody is in a very hostile, chaotic energy right now. And it's because they're the ones who are in fear of being left behind by you, or they're the ones who are in fear of being in lack if you leave the situation. Not having enough, they have a fear of losing. They could lose money, they could lose a house, they could lose a vehicle, they could lose a lot of material assets here. And this is somebody who likes to look good, even when it's not good. They want it to look good. And the behavioral pattern here could be you, collective, who's always held up the scale. You've always made it look like it was balanced when it was not. This person has a lot of flighty energy. I feel like they're a non-committal person. That's how I feel, because I feel like this is the water sign that is in a very low vibration for someone. But you've been enlightened too, collective. You've been enlightened by some type of fresh new idea that you're going to be going after. But you also know that this person can't go with you because this person refuses to change. And they could have very well experienced an awakening concerning you, but that's not enough to make them change. Instead, it's going to keep them in this flighty energy of the Knight of Wands. Okay? It could have even pretended to pursue you in a very transformed way. But of course, with the High Priestess, you probably saw right through it. Because even though they may have presented themselves to want to change and want to work with you and build with you, really what's on their mind, and it's ugly to say, but it's the truth and it's showing up, so I must tell it to you. What's on their mind while they pretending to have had some kind of awakening about you, or whatever that is that they're casting illusions about, okay, this person just doesn't want to feel left out and they don't want to lose out, okay? But the thing is, they're in this flighty energy of the Knight of Wands, and they're not all about business either. They're not all about business. This is how it came out, okay? They're not all about business. They're all about sexual activity. That's what they're all about. They ain't got nobody's bright ideas because they're not willing to change. So what bright ideas could you possibly be bringing to the table if you're not willing to transform? Death is not a physical death. Death is an ending to a situation that no longer serves. Death is an ending so something else can transform, so change can come. This person can very well be a trigger to you, collective, because they're so stubborn and refuse to change. But yet trying to present themselves as someone who's a stand-up person, important person, smart, right? Can build with you, have the potential to build, to have something stable. And the only thing they're thinking about is sexual. All they have is sexual energy here, and they're very chaotic with the Knight of Swords. This person can also have the tendency to be rude or very sarcastic with their words and their energy. But it's because they don't want to be left out. They don't want to feel left out in the cold. That's all this is. They don't want to feel left out. And they certainly, old habits die hard. They certainly don't want to lose. They ain't trying to lose no money. They're not trying to lose no vehicles. They ain't trying to lose no job. They ain't trying to lose no house. They don't want to lose none of that. They want to hold on to that and whatever else low vibrational that they want to hold on to. But see, the thing is, even though they may have a wish to be with you, you're still in rejection. You're rejecting them. That's 13 again. That's 13 cups. This person could be like making broken promises, you know, offering up a 10 of cups type of energy, but that's not what they're presenting. This ain't no 10 of cups type of energy. And neither is this. This is not a 10 of cups type of energy right here. It has nothing to do with passion. It has nothing to do with a happy home life. It has nothing to do with a stable foundation. It has nothing to do with that. Not this energy. Nope. Nope. This person just doesn't want to change. That's the deal. They don't want to change. But they want you to feel like they're your wish fulfillment. They want to stop you from making necessary changes in your life. Okay, collective? So keep that in mind. This person may have watched you juggle finances before, trying to get things in order when you were dealing with this person. Okay? They probably watched you do all this juggling, trying to balance yourself out. Life, finances, emotions, whatever. This is somebody who will sit back and watch you do the work. And then they'll present as if they didn't help you with this or whatever, you know, to make it all, they like to look good. So they'll make it look like they're doing a good thing and being honorable with you and fair with you and all that. And that's not the case. This is somebody who will watch you do all the work. And then they will want to celebrate with you. They will want to celebrate the fruits of your labor. The hidden agenda is them not wanting to do the work, them not wanting to heal, but wanting to stop you from your healing, want to stop you from doing the work, because they want you to keep you stuck with them. It's as if they want you to accept their energy, but it'll only be an energy that will be a low vibrational energy, where it will keep you in fear. It'll keep you in survival mode, and you will lose dealing with this person. They'll attach to you, and they'll have you in this Five of Pentacles energy. Okay? And some of you could have also found out that this person was dealing with someone else other than you. So therefore, they were not being in an energy of treating you fairly anyway. See? They want you to invest in them. But when you invest, what happens when you invest? Do you see any type of positive returns on your investment? And I don't think you do. Not with this energy, you don't. And you're not going to. But it don't make it right for them to try to stop you from progressing, right? When they want to hold on to you and attach this energy to you, this Five of Pentacles energy. That's what they'll do. They'll attach that energy to you because that's the energy that they're in. And you don't need that attaching to you. You don't need to invest in anything that's not going to benefit you. Anything that's not going to be sufficient. Okay? You don't want to invest in anything that's not going to be supportive, stable, genuine, real, or superficial. You're not going to invest in that. That's not what you want. You know you don't want that. You already know what you want and what you do not want. And you're not going to invest in some bogus offer or, you know, some chaotic energy who wants to pretend like it's a 10 of cups when it's not. You've detached from that. Four of Swords. And now this person is left in regret. And they're watching, absolutely. Gossiping too, more than likely. Yeah. But see, balance is to be restored to you here. Yeah, balance is to be restored to you because when they come to you, the way that they approach you, like I said, could be very hostile, and it's an energy. It's a manipulative energy to me. It is because you have the Four of Swords here. Then you have this Knight of Swords. That's 5 swords right there. Then you have the Page of Swords. That's 6, right? So more than likely, you're gonna stay separated from this person and keep moving. You have ideas of your own. You surrendered to what is real and what is true for you. No more delays, right? No more losses. No more financial issues and poverty and lack mindset, not having enough. Dealing with somebody who don't want to grow up or somebody who doesn't want to treat you equally. They don't bring to the table the same thing you would bring to the table. They're bringing far less. But then on top of that, they're flighty, possibly promiscuous, very messy energy here with the Page of Swords and the Three of Cups. Somebody who will definitely put you in a third party situation, but they want you to accept it too. Some of you be careful because somebody here could be offering some type of polygamy type of what they call it, poly. Is it poly relationship where they have 3 or 4 people in a relationship together? Somebody here may be trying to offer that as well. And that could be something hidden that you didn't even think this person would think to offer to you or come up with. And this is the so-called King of Pentacles, but this is also a King of Pentacles who will manipulate. Okay? A King of Pentacles who may look like they have it all when actually they're riding off of your coattail, your manifestations, your investments, your spiritual growth. So you can't have that because it's just going to pull you down. Okay? So this person have a tendency to put you in third party situations too. This is something that's going to balance out for you because you're not going to let this person dictate what choices you make or how balanced you are or what you decide to build for yourself or how you decide whether you're going to change or not or transform your life. You're not going to let this person dictate you and the choices that you're choosing to make to transform your life and become a better, the best version of yourself. You're not going to let this person dictate how you spend your money or how you invest your money. When they're really not for you, they just want to pretend to help in order to, enjoy the fruits of your labor here. Yeah, you're blocking them out. Defending yourself, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth, calling them out, blocking them out, letting them know that you know they got secrets, letting them know that you know that they're putting you in third parties, letting them know that you understand that they too stubborn to change so they can't go with you. Let them know that you're not investing in them anymore because it's not working for you. That's their problem. That's their regret. They need to come into union with themselves. They need to heal themselves. They need to learn to be more transformative. They need to learn to surrender to what is right, what is real, what is true, what is justice. Because justice is what balances things out. It makes it right. Okay, and they could be trying to pretend like they want to make something right with you as well, coming all chaotic and stuff, and worried about what you're doing, being very chaotic, trying to hold you back with your energy. Don't want to see things change for you. Don't want you to change. Don't want you to be detached. Don't want you to block them. Some of you blocking their phone calls, you blocking their messages, you blocking them from calling you from private numbers, you blocking them. And they hate it. They can't stand it. This is somebody that will talk down on your name. They'll talk about you like a dog because you're not doing things their way and because they low-key energetically feel, I can say, left out, 5 of Pentacles, but they also feel some type of way because they know they need to change and they're refusing to do so. They know they need to change. They know they need to transform in order to be with you in your energy, but they don't want to. They just want you to accept them in their low vibrational ways. and the things that they choose to do, third party energy, the things that they choose to do, how they choose to approach you as well in conversation when they're asking you to be a part of certain things that could be disrespectful, things that you're not into, things that you've already said no to. And this is somebody who will constantly try to get their way with you because they want you to do things their way, so they'll try to detour your mindset. They'll try to twist it up where you'll actually accept them. And then you wonder why you can't grow, you can't build, you're steady losing and steady losing because you know you can't work with them. The 3 and the 2 of Pentacles is what? The 5 of Pentacles. This is what you're letting go of. This is what you put a death to. With the death card, this is what you put an end to. This person not being transformative. You not wanting to stand in energy of loss, of not having enough, scarcity mindset, lack. You making sure you balance your way through this. That's why I say there's an energy of rejuvenation here. But you had to. Judgment has been called upon this person. And some of y'all may need to call judgment too. You may need to call judgment. Okay, because people could be wishing bad on you, where it causes you to be in fear of the new, be in fear of the unknown. And a lot of you, that's where your blessings are. Your blessings are in the unknown. Your blessings is walking through your fears. That's where the blessings are. It's in what you're afraid to do for yourself. Notice I say for yourself. This is a person who is so stubborn, and they could low-key be envious of you too, but they're so stubborn to where they don't want to grow, so they don't want to see you grow. This is the 5 of Pentacles. This person you do not want to work with. They want to betray it like they want to work with you, and they sitting there knowing that you're trying to balance things out in your life. But they want to come in and cause interference, interruptions, distractions. See, 5 of Pentacles right here. Working together, balancing out life, right? That same 5 of Pentacles is what will leave you in lack, because you'll never find balance dealing with this person because they're not willing to change. So you can't work with them. And they know it. They know you can't work with them. And that's why I say, if you did try to work with this person, you'll end up siphoning, they'll end up siphoning your energy, and then you'll find yourself doing all the work. And they'll be enjoying the fruits of your labor, and they'll have you doing any and everything they want you to do. High Priestess is showing up again, different deck. Devil card showing up again. Power, the Leo card, strength. You have the power, you have the strength, you have all the tools you need to move forward and block this devil energy out. This person is coming to tempt you with this Knight of Swords energy, devil energy here. They want to tempt you to what? Fall back into what they want you to be in, that energy of what they want you to be in. This person may want to low-key control you too, and they see that they can't. That's something that pisses them off. Literally, you piss this person off because you won't let them control you. The control, the devil card. Okay? 7 of Wands. Where what you're doing is, it's like playing tug of war. Instead of you allowing them to control you, you're taking the control back and you're blocking them. You see what I'm saying? You're manifesting the blockage where you're blocking them out. But you have to. You can't let them distract you with this mess. They're not going anywhere. And they want to take you down with them. And you're having the power to say no. It's okay to say no, right? No temptations. No temptations. Leave that entity out. Block that entity out. That's what you're doing. You're the High Priestess, okay? High Priestess showing up twice. You've done the necessary healing. We did see these swords that was down here. We had the Knight of Swords, right? The Page of Swords, right? And we said that was 4 of Swords energy right here. Yeah, the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. Okay? So this person, I feel, wants to see you just stuck with them. They don't want to see you elevate because they're not willing to elevate. But what are you doing? Moving on. You see? You have to. You have to. Because you're going to come into your 10 of Pentacles. And there it is. You're not being afraid to veer off into the unknown. That's what you need to do. That's exactly what you need to do. Take that risk on yourself, investing in yourself, right? You're taking that risk. You're jumping into the unknown, doing something you probably have never done before. Some of you could be starting all over again. dealing with this person. You're having to start over. Moving towards calmer waters. Going towards your peace. Person likes to disturb the peace. The world shows up twice, so definitely there's travel here. Some of you could literally be moving to another state, another country, another city, another town, another side of town. Take it how it resonates. Shadow side. That's this person is operating from their shadow side. But you, however, what are you doing? You're allowing yourself to understand your shadow side. You're allowing yourself to see the shadow side. And you may be also transmuting those energies where you can deal with your shadow side and come through it. You're facing fears here. Facing the unknown. That's what you're doing. You're facing your shadow side. Someone here is facing their shadow side. You may have low vibrational things going on too, but the thing about it, what you have that may be low vibrational, it has caused you to detach from this person and attach yourself to healing. Okay? To where you're allowing yourself to drop those negative habits or drop those negative behaviors or behavioral patterns or negative addictions or lack mindsets. You're dealing with your shadow side. A lot of you have been through that dark night of the soul. This person don't want to face theirs. You're facing yours though. That's why you're leaving them behind. And they're the one in regret. They're upset about it, but they don't want to deal with the healing. They don't want to do the healing. A lot of you could be careful of dating online as well. You could have met someone online, or you will meet someone online, but use your spirit of discernment. Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So what you're doing is you're holding firm to your foundation. Even if it's energetically, you're feeling grounded within yourself. You're holding firm to that and holding back from anything that don't serve you. You're holding back away from anything or anyone, especially this person, this King of Pentacles person who wants to express all this emotion, but coming in chaotic, coming in with drama, okay? You're not going to be attentive to any of that negative energy. You're going to block it out. Seven of Wands. And they're going to be very offended by it. Like, this person is very hostile, but you're going to be holding back from them. Four of Pentacles. You're going to be holding back from this person. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. You're just focused on yourself. Focused on your work. Focused on whatever plans you've made for you. You've definitely made plans because this person is not transformative. They're not allowing themselves to be. Their willpower is very weak. They're weak in being vulnerable too. They're not the kind of person that likes to be vulnerable. They're not the kind of person that wants to take accountability. They're the kind of person, they feel the guilt, but they'll take it to their grave. They won't admit that they're wrong. They will not admit that change needs to happen. They will, in fact, stay in the position that they're in because it's comfortable for them and they don't want to change. That's comfortable for them. They're not into changing or transforming anything. They're very stubborn energy. So there's a lot of travel here. And I feel like connections with like-minded people as well. You're focusing on a whole new life, a whole new plan, and this person is trapped. They're stuck. They're the ones going to be stuck. Eight of Swords. They're the ones who's going to be very much stuck and feeling in prison. But it's their own doing. They've done this to themselves. Seven of Wands. Because you're standing your ground. You mean business. You are standing your ground. You mean business, collective. And that's a great thing. This is fears that you're overcoming. Wild and wonderful, huh? This is fears that you're overcoming. So keep moving. This person is they're just trying to distract you pretty much, and they're just showing a very hostile type of energy. But it's not serving you or them, period. It's not serving anyone. So just let it be. Let it be, collective. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. Okay? You know what you want, and you have the power to call what you want. You can call it in, collective. You can call it in. You're spiritually connected. Universe is here to listen to what it is you really truly want, and you can pursue that. The world card is here twice. You can pursue that. Judgment is here. Whatever cycle this was of negative, low vibrational behavior or any kind of fear, it's just something that you're closing the door on, in which you should. Know what you want, collective. You know what you don't want. Now, reflect, Four Swords. Reflect on what it is you do want. Know what you want, okay? And remember who you are. Nice. Remember who you are. Okay? You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. The universe is out here twice. The world card is out here twice. Know yourself, and nothing will bring you down. Because this person, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to distract you and bring you down. And it's simply because they don't want to elevate, so they're selfish. They don't want to see you elevate either. So, collective, I hope that the messages were helpful, and I hope that it brought clarity. And until next time, take care.